Saudi, Aramco, flammable, E, and combustible, liquid, and gas. Storage flammable, and combustible liquid, and gas. Flammable liquids shall be kept in securely capped metal containers, or steel drums upon which the contents are clearly marked. Gasoline, acetone, and other volatile liquids with flash points below 32 degrees Celsius 90 degrees Fahrenheit shall be kept in strong metal lockers located in well-ventilated, non-combustible huts, or sheds. Drums containing flammable liquids shall be provided with proper bung vents. Flammable materials shall not be stored in direct sunlight, or in such a manner that they could be subject to heat above their auto-ignition temperature. Flammable materials may be stored in an open shelter with a roof and walls, provided the walls do not confine heat, smoke, flammable vapors, or restrict firefighting access. Flammable storage areas shall be secured, for example, locked, fenced, and located at least 15 meter, 50 feet, away from the nearest building, or storage area for other combustibles. No other materials shall be stored with flammable liquids. Appropriate warning signs, for example, flammable liquids, no smoking, flammable, keep fire away, which shall include an internationally recognized hazard pictograms, see example, shall be posted at flammable storage areas. Outdoor storage of flammable and combustible liquids shall be in containers that do not exceed 227 liters, 60 gallons, each. And they shall not be stored in excess of 4,160 liters, 1,100 gallons, in any one stack, pile, or area. Stacks, or groups of containers shall be separated by a 1.5 meter, 5 feet, clearance, and shall be a distance of 6 meter, 20 feet, from any building, or structure. There shall be a 3.6 meter, 12 feet, minimum width access way within 60 meters, 200 feet of each outdoor stack, or area of flammable, or combustible containers to permit approach of firefighting apparatus. Outdoor storage of flammable and combustible materials shall not be within 3 meter, 10 feet, of a building or structure. Outdoor storage areas shall be kept free of combustible materials for a minimum distance of 9 meter, 30 feet, from stored flammable and combustible materials. Indoor storage of flammable and combustible liquids in excess of 95 liter, 25 gallons, shall be contained in flammable liquid storage cabinets, or specially designed rooms, and buildings meeting the requirements of NFPA 30. No more than 95 liter, 25 gallons, of flammable and combustible liquids shall be stored in an enclosed room outside of an approved flammable storage cabinet. No more than 227 liter, 60 gallons, of flammable liquids. And no more than 454 liter, 120 gallons, of combustible liquids shall be stored in a single storage cabinet. Not more than 3 cabinets shall be located in a single storage area. All cabinets shall be grounded. Flammable storage cabinets shall be properly labeled in noticeable lettering. Flammable, keep fire away with internationally recognized hazard pictograms. Flammable or combustible liquids shall not be stored in areas used for exits, stairways, or in areas normally used for the safe passage of people. Flammable gas cylinders, for example, acetylene, propane, shall be segregated from other materials, and preferably stored under an open, well-ventilated sunshade. Oxidizing gases, for example, oxygen, chlorine, shall be stored separately. Handling of flammable and combustible liquids and gases. The following precautions shall be observed when handling flammable and combustible liquids. A. Flammable and combustible liquids shall always be transported in closed metal containers. Plastic containers are prohibited for the storage of flammable and combustible liquids. B. All containers of flammable and combustible liquids, whether at operational facilities, construction sites, or inside buildings, shall be properly labeled. C. Containers holding a flammable liquid shall be Factory Mutual, FM, approved, or Underwriters Laboratories, UL, listed, and labeled as such. D. Portable gasoline containers shall be placed on the ground during filling, and shall never be placed inside vehicle passenger compartments. E. Containers shall be recapped immediately after use. F. Gasoline shall not be used as a cleaning agent. G. Gasoline and diesel-powered equipment shall only be refueled in well-ventilated areas. Exhaust pipes shall be kept away from combustible and flammable materials. Engines shall be stopped before refueling takes place. H. Areas where flammable or combustible liquids are transferred from one tank or container to another tank or container in quantities greater than 19 liter, 5 gallons, shall be separated from activities that are a source of ignition, for example, welding, grinding, by a distance of 7.6 meter, 25 feet, or by a barrier having a fire resistance of at least 1 hour. There shall be no open flames within 15 meter, 50 feet, of the transfer operation unless conditions warrant greater clearance. I. Adequate natural or mechanical ventilation shall be provided to maintain the concentration of flammable and combustible vapor being transferred and handled at or below 10% of the lower explosive limit, LEL. J. Containers shall be grounded and bonded during transfer of flammable or combustible liquids. K. Cellular and mobile phones or other electronic devices shall not be used when transferring flammable liquids or when refueling vehicles. Metallic parts, for example, nozzles, fittings of vacuum hoses, suction hoses, pumping equipment, inert gas hoses, steam lines, etc. When used in the cleaning or ventilation of tanks and vessels that contain hazardous concentrations of flammable gases or vapors, shall be bonded to the tank or vessel shell. Bonding devices shall not be attached or detached in hazardous concentrations of flammable gases or vapors. Storage, handling, and use of liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, shall comply with the requirements of NFPA 58. Portable firefighting equipment. Firefighting equipment shall be located at convenient, conspicuous locations, and be easily accessible. For flammable and combustible liquid storage areas located outdoors, portable fire extinguishers suitable for the fire hazard involved shall be located not less than 7.6 meters 25 feet nor more than 23 meters 75 feet from the fire hazard. For storage areas located outdoors without flammable or combustible liquids, portable fire extinguishers suitable for the fire hazard involved shall be located so that maximum travel distance to the nearest unit does not exceed 30 meter, 100 feet. Firefighting equipment shall be maintained in good working order, and be protected from harsh environmental conditions as needed, for example, cover wheeled fire extinguishers. The area around firefighting equipment, for example, fire extinguishers, fire hydrants, shall be kept clear so that they are readily accessible in case of an emergency. All applicable personnel, including contractor personnel, shall be aware of the firefighting equipment available on site, and shall be trained in its use. Inspection and maintenance of fire protection systems and equipment. Fire protection systems and equipment, whether temporary or permanent, shall be inspected and maintained in accordance with GI 1781.001. Equipment inspection records shall be maintained, an inspection logbook and equipment inspection tags shall be used at a minimum, and made available for review upon request by Saudi Aramco. Any fire protection system component or firefighting equipment that does not pass inspection shall be immediately replaced or repaired. Safety red shall be the identification color for all fire protection equipment per SASB 067. Thank you.